Yep, it's freaking freezing, Jan. Look at this, bro. Morning run, icy grass, hella foggy. This is like a film, dude. I'm either gonna get murdered or Aragorn's gonna run out of there with a bunch of a undead army and we're going to defeat Sauron together. Match day, game day, so you're watching this. We've either slapped up Heidenheim, just scraped a win, or happy morning Jan's about to be very depressed. So I'll see you in the studio. Peace.
You ain't so tough with that bad boy tuck. I'ma get it how I'm living, I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines, I rap through thought.
Well, there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Heidenheim 0, Chelsea 2 in what is the hardest fixture on paper for Chelsea in the Europa League Conference League phase, and it proved to be, guys. So welcome to your match review. Lots to talk about. Firstly, this team, Heidenheim, is like best part of 200 years old. It is a very old football team. The gaffer has been there for many, many years. So many years that the commentary team that I was watching apparently said in the time he's been coaching Heidenheim, Chelsea have had 18 managers. 18. And also, how about this to blow your fragile little mind? The cost of the team, the squad that was put out, the Heidenheim squad, cost less than what Mark Yu cost Chelsea, 5 million quid or euros. They are good though, and they've got a great player, and they deserve respect, and they put on a really difficult... Well, they definitely posed threats to us here, and if they understood the offside rule, or actually, we had a good offside trap. There's lots to get into, guys. There's loads to get into today in today's video. So thanks for joining me. Thank you for, as always, supporting the content. You can do so simply by just dropping a like on the video. If you are a returning visitor or a new visitor, subscribe. Just subscribe and then hit the bell notifications icon. Alright, friends. So Heidenheim are good, man. This isn't an Armenian team. Like Noah, we slapped up 8-0. This is a Bundesliga team that qualified for Europe and were away at their gaff. They beat Bayern Munich last season. They've got this kid called Paul Vanner, teenager, 18 years old. He's on loan from Bayern Munich. And Seb Stafford-Bloor, the German athletic football expert guy, said actually he's the reason why Bayern Munich are holding fire a little bit on purchasing Florian Wirtz, or trying to, the German wonder kid from Bayer Leverkusen. Of course, him and Musiala play together for Germany. They really think this kid's wicked wanna. And bro, the thing is, they're just a team. So they've come up into the Bundesliga. It's a great story. They qualified for Europe, beating Bayern Munich. And they are putting all the eggs in the European basket this season, because why the ruddy heck not, as long as you don't get relegated. And they were 100% record as well, like Chelsea. They'd won every single game like Chelsea so far in the league phase. So one of the teams were going to lose the 100% record. And as, you know, the bookies would have predicted it was them. But it was a tough game, bro. So we're going to look at SofaScore, actually. 2-0, as you can see here. You can look at the attacking momentum meter graph. And it is a lot of Chelsea. But it didn't tell the whole story, bro. This was an interesting lineup from the Chelsea. Very, very sad, as you see there, for Cesare Casadei to get a stoppage time second yellow that I just genuinely think he forgot about a yellow card. Anyway, we're Jörgensen in goal. Yes, we will be talking about him very, very much. It was really a back three of Disasi, Tosin, and Benoit Badiashile. If you look at Vega's heat map, yeah, left-sided central defensive midfielder. So it was very much a free... 2 with Vega kind of joining Cassidy, 4-1. So yeah, an attack. It was kind of like, yeah, it was just very, very attacking. So we had obviously Dewsbury Hall, Cesare Cassidy in midfield. Sancho setting up both goals in this game here. Christopher Nkunku playing in what has been described as his best position behind the striker. Mudryk on the left, and Mark Yu, the little bundle of energy up top. And of course, we saw a 4-1 from Heidenheim, with Kevin Müller being excellent in goal. Can I just say they're a good team. They look like for the first time in this competition, they looked like an actual football team that knew what they were doing, that pressed well, that counter-attacked well. Their biggest weakness and what did them was they couldn't beat the offside trap, Chelsea's offside trap. The 2 times they had the ball in the net, they were offside. The first header was great. Header into the ground. I always say, if you head the ball on the ground, the goalkeepers hate it, you'll score. And Jörgensen was on flames as well on the goal for us. And I do believe it's Hard J Jörgensen rather than Jörgensen, what they were saying on the commentary team. Let's have a look at the stats, shall we? Oh, there's the table. Chelsea top of the pops, mate. 12 points, 4 wins, 4 played, 4 wins, and goals. 18 goals, 3 conceded. I don't even remember conceding 3. So here is the stats. Let's look at them by halves. 69% possession in the first half. They had 0.6 XG in the first half, pretty much. And they created a big chance. This was a game of football, gang. A top 5 league European competition qualified club. That's a mouthful. We had a lot of shots. They had 5 goalkeeper saves. Both goalkeepers were really, really good. Second half, again, to be honest, they nearly generated 2 XG in this game, which is fine for any team. That is good. Chelsea got 1.8 nearly in the second half, 3 big chances, and we were good. 7 saves. So in that second half, Jörgensen made 7 saves to Miller's 2. 7 saves from the Chelsea goalkeeper. Let's mosey on down then through the timeline. Badiashile was booked in the 2nd minute, so he had to sit on that for a long, long time. Look, the penalty decision, Mykhailo Mudryk. I want to talk about this quickly. I did a halftime. I always do halftime shows on Instagram at Football Yannick if you're interested on Instagram, and we were talking about the Mudryk call. So, at most, it was a very soft penalty in my opinion. Of course, if we get it, great. Christopher Nkunku scores another goal, almost certainly from the spot. But the ref didn't give it. Right. So VAR says, have a look at this, mate. And usually what happens, you give the goal. But it was soft. And even though I'm annoyed we didn't get the goal, I'm kind of got my non-Chelsea, let's take the biased blue-tinted lenses off. I kind of respect I can't see, so let's put the glasses back on. But I kind of respect the ref for doing it, because he was like, nah, bollocks, mate. Soft, I don't want to give that. So yeah, fair play, fine, great. And to be honest, I don't want to rely on soft, wet penalties to beat, even if it is a good team and a tricky away game with our B- team, do you know what I mean? I still want to beat them by scoring open play goals. And if it's a stonewall penalty, give it to us, but it just was so soft that I had no issue. Yeah, man, so it was a pretty quiet first half. And then it was sort of, so Cassidy gets booked right at the end of the first half. Right at the end of both halves, Cassidy. And we get the Nkunku goal in the beginning-ish of the first half. It was the 51st minute there. Great work from Nkunku. It was kind of an assist from Jadon Sancho. I don't know if he's been actually registered with 2 assists, but he's certainly did he get 2? He's been given 1 here technically, but he kind of created both the goals, and it was just the tenacity to keep going. It kind of reminded me a little bit of Nico Jackson on the weekend, but just sort of kept his momentum going towards the goal. Like, I am going to score this goal, and I think he scored in every single game in Europe so far. Of course, he's elite. It's the conference. He's not going to get too excited about it. He's trying to keep his starting spot for France. He's not going to go mental about scoring in the Conference League. But I tell you something. It's better to score in the Conference League than not. Yeah. So stuff happens. We see our first change on the hour mark. It's Mark Gu for Joao Felix. That to me seems like a planned change. Of course, we were 1-0 ahead, but I feel like Felix played on the weekend. I think it was give him 30 mins here. We also might give him 30 mins on the weekend. A lot of people thought because he didn't start here, he's going to start against Villa. I'm not so sure. I have a feeling, and we're not talking about Villa actually properly now, but I have a feeling it's going to be Neto and Noni. But and then Felix will be utilised off the bench. I think maybe because he played a lot in the Premier League on the weekend that they gave him half an hour here. There was 2 changes in response to our goal from the opposition, 2 changes shortly after as well. And then we see Chukwuemeka come on, and Nkunku runs in through goal. It's a great ball from, is it Cesare Cassidy? I can't remember. It's a really nicely weighted through ball. He runs onto it. Nkunku, and he'd already been like looking like he's hurt himself, and then obviously he gives it the nuts to try and score this goal, and sort of a bit of a tame shot of his left foot, but then goes down and was like, get me off. I was already injured before I had a crack at that, and then I have to put the burners on, and so it would have been nice for him to get a brace, but then we see Carney Chukwuemeka, come on, and he is a great player, Carnes. We know he is. We know he's got a lot to give. We see bookings. We see time wasting from Philip Jörgensen. Renato Vega makes a foul on the break. Because the truth is, there is a period, and you can see it here on the momentum meter, about here, where we are under pressure suddenly, we're under pressure, and they're like, Jorgensen's making saves. He's doing very, very well indeed. He's making saves. And we are getting bookings because we're time wasting and also doing tactical fouls, which, if anything, shows you respect. And to be honest, we were time wasting, but whatever, the game stayed the game, baby. And if anything, Heidenheim should be like, treat it as a mark of respect. Because we're trying to see this out, bro. Do you know what I mean? We're seeing you as opposition, dude. Do you know what I mean? So... But yes, it's all about the Mudryk goal on the 86th minute. Assist Jadon Sancho. Sancho doing a conventional right winger thing. He's a left winger, Sancho, but we've seen him play loads on the right. He is good. He gets to the byline. He did a lot of good dribbling. He cuts back. And look, to be honest, bro, it's about the finish from Mudryk. Misha Mudryk. It's a postage stamp, baby. It's top right. It's top right, which of course is where you put the postage stamp. And yeah, man, what else happens here? We see there's a great goal. This deserves like great goal. We see Saki coming on. I believe that's his debut. Tyreek George, would have liked to see him a bit earlier. I think if it wasn't such a tough game, we would have seen him earlier. Cassidy on the break, pulling a player back, stonewall yellow card, probably forgot he was on a booking from the end of the first half. It's a shame for him because it means he'll miss the next game in Europe, and I tell you what, that is a bummer for him because this is when he plays. These are his games. This is his opportunity, so it's really disappointing. He played a pretty decent game, I think, considering, he's playing as a sort of important CDM here, do you know what I mean? But Chelsea will be sort of definitely almost certain to qualify. I mean, we've probably already qualified, haven't we? I haven't even looked. How does that work? We're definitely in the we're definitely in the playoffs above, I think. So, you can live without Cassidy. It's more disappointing for him than it is for Chelsea, And player performances. Mark Gue, he runs around a lot, doesn't he? He's a runner. He can score goals. He just needs to think. He will get better. Do you know what I mean? He's just kind of crazy. Only 10 accurate passes. He got 0.51 expected goals. Fine. He's fine, really, isn't he? Jörgensen, let's just talk about him. Man of the match. He goals prevented 2.18, which is actually huge for this metric. 4 out of 11 long balls. Not amazing, but fine. Saves inside the box. 7. But yeah, it's really just about the quality of saves. I think he made like a double save. His passing, actually, 84% for a goalkeeper. It's better than frigging what Rob Sanchez has been. This actually was catching a lot of heat. 6 out of 10 ground duels. Meh. Aerial duels, 1 out of 1. Kind of okay. I don't know. He was kind of meh. I think he was good in the second goal build-up. I think he might have won it back. Tosin, I think, was probably everyone's pick on the night as most consistent centre-back. 92 successful passes, which you must say is a lot. 3 out of 6 long balls. He made a key pass from centre-back, which is excellent. So, yeah, Tosin probably. Badiashile looks all right, doesn't he? Lots of passes as well. 0 out of 3 ground duels is poor. Yeah, meh, really. I was really impressed with Renato Vega. He was my man of the match for the first half, and I think he occupied some really good spaces, did some really good stuff. He might have made some mistakes, as you can see here. He lost possession 13 times, but I do think he just looked great wherever he was on the pitch. He did make a key pass for a defensive player that's good passing accuracy. Majority of his long balls completed. Okay, so this is probably what let him down. Tried 5 dribbles, completed none. But he is a good player. I was very, very impressed with him. Cassidy, of course, got sent off. He didn't win that many ground duels. Good in the air. He loves a header. We knew that before we signed him. Everyone thought we were like Yeah, just because he's super good in the air. I thought he was fine relying on him in a type of game like this. Kiernan Dewsbury Hall absolutely everywhere. Look at that. So there was tactical changes in the formation. For him to have that heat map, that is a formation change. I think we did change about half times the midfield. Nearly 0.5 expected goals. He did have a decent chance to score. Freaking hell, bro. 3 key passes. You can't really ask for more in terms of creativity from a player like him in that situation. 50% of his crosses, kind of minimum. 75% of his long balls, good. Dribble, 1 out of 1, good. Ground duels, 4 out of 6, I'd say very good. Aerials, 1, that's fine. Very good. Really. This is. I'm not saying he's taken his chance and is going to get into the first team, but that is really positive. Mudryk, wouldn't have had that many touches, 38. Got a goal, but boy, what a goal. This is what frustrates people. He's a 57% pass accuracy, which will probably be the lowest in the team by some distance, but he's high octane. He is run down the wing, cut back, go, run the channel, run the channel, run the channel. So he's not tiki-taka, pass, pass, pass. And the truth is, guys, 2 key passes is creative. A worldy goal is what you remember, makes headlines. And he contested eight ground duels, won most of them, the majority of them. Lost possession 16 times. That's what you expect for a risk-taking forwards. Pretty good, getting better. It's that all-important goal in the moment, isn't it? Nkunku played in his favourite position, number 10, as you can see all over the gaff there. Expected goals, 1.46. He will be disappointed he didn't score that chance when he was running through on the break, but I do think that's because he's injured. He made a key pass, which is at least what I'd expect from that position from the creative number 10. So, shots on target 3, crosses 2 out of 2, good. Fine. Jadon Sancho, look, whatever he said, I'm giving him the second assist. So 2 assists from 0.35, good finishing. Good passing, we want to stick at his dribbles. 2 key passes, if your winger makes 2 or above, great, fine with me. Dribble attempts, he would want to do better than 50%, especially against this team, but I would posit he would have a better dribble attempt ratio if he was on the left. Of course, he's on the right here. Winning the majority of the ground duels from out of position, I'm totally cool with from a winger. But you'd have to say, probably, the man of the match was Philip Jörgensen. He definitely kept us in it, you'd have to say, even though we deservedly won it in the end with attacking momentum, with shot volume, with all that kind of stuff. You'd have to say Jörgensen was the big talking point, I think, from here, because he made some double saves, he made a good save, and we're in business. No injuries. Disappointing that Cesare Casadei won't be able to play the next game, but let me know what you think. Comment down below. As always, leave me your thoughts, feelings, opinions, and musings in the comment section below. And thank you for liking and subscribing, and I'll see you tomorrow here on the channel. Peace.